Okay, we're going to do a quick garden update. And there's the asparagus jungle right there. And we have a late tomato there, a late watermelon there. There's one of our tomato plants there. Got some in the center and some over on that edge. And they're doing good. That's not all of them, but that's taller than I am. But that one's kind of a later one. So these here in this garden are later. And here's the summer squash. Lots of summer squash coming on. A few summer squash here. That's a random sweet potato here that started itself. And see, the potatoes are dying back. So that row's dying back. The lettuce, we let our lettuce go to seed. So we save our own seed from our lettuce. We got a bunch of cucumbers. Are those pickling or? Yeah, I guess those are both types of cucumbers right there, pickling and slicing. Another tomato there. That might be a cherry tomato. So cherry tomatoes go ahead and ripen pretty fast. But anyways, lettuce seed right here. That's lettuce that we're saving for seed. We got a little patch of lettuce going there, a little patch of spinach going there. Those are the onions we're letting get big. And those are the red potatoes down there, right up against the corn that's dying. And then the turnip greens, they kind of got big. But these potatoes are dying back a little bit. We might dig them here in a little bit. And sweet corn's coming along good. So we don't want to pick it too early. Some people get a big jerk and they want to be first, so they go sell sweet corn too early. But we try to bide our time and let it be right, do a good job. We don't get too bent out of shape on it. It's just extracurricular for us. There's the broccoli and the cabbage are played out, and here's the carrots. So we're gonna save some seed back from that broccoli and the carrots. If you'll let your carrots go till after the frost, they'll be a lot sweeter. But we pick a few carrots here and there. Let's see. The apple trees are kind of thin. They actually got bit by the cold snap. And here's the melon and cucumber patch and watermelon patch. Got some. Let's see what I can see. Okay, we got some watermelons there. That's not the biggest one, but they're in there. A lot of cucumbers coming on. Been selling some cucumbers. There's a nice cantaloupe in there somewhere, but I don't know where. We just have them mixed up in here. Giant pumpkins over there. Giant pumpkins are doing pretty good. I think we'll have a big one this year. And I'll show you. Our beans are starting to fizzle out. We're going to do a second planting of beans, I think. But there's a good picking left on there, but they surely aren't doing as hard as they was. So we might let these go to seed and save us some seed back. Pintos are trellising good, climbing good. There's sweet potato, and here's the tobacco plants. And the tobacco plants are flowering. And that's one reason we went ahead and done it. Just because they have a nice flower. But that's the flowering head on a tobacco plant. And that's that's taller than I am. This one's taller than I am. So I don't think anyone in Iowa's ever really seen this. So something new. But that's the garden update. We're going to teach you how, if you get a stressed out cucumber, it's bitter. We're going to teach you how to make, how to try to get some of the bitterness out of a cucumber. So there's the garden. It's late July garden. It's kind of getting stressed out, but that's part of it. So stay tuned. We thank you for watching. Okay, I want to show you. So when a cucumber gets stressed, and I'll just say we sold like $600 worth of cucumbers and tomatoes here in the last 2 days. And for the folks that have a cucumber, sometimes you never know what you get with cucumbers. Sometimes they're bitter. And fast-growing cucumbers, if they start out wet and cool and then end up in the heat will make your cucumber bitter sometimes. and you can't help it. You don't, and it's hard to know. So, if you come up with a bitter cucumber, I'm going to show you some tricks to take the bitterness out of a cucumber. Okay, so here you have the cucumber. One way, and the first way, you could take the ends off like this, and there's more bitterness going to be on the ends, both the blossom end and the stem end. And then you can put a little salt on there if you want, and on this end, and that's like a little grit. And then you take and you just rub it. Okay, and you see that foam right there? You see the foam?
Yes.
That's the stuff that causes a bitterness. And the more foam you get out, that foam should theoretically be very, very bitter. Anyways, you get that foam out like that. So rub like that. Then you can rinse. So that foam is, if there's bitterness, it's going to be in that foam. Okay, and the higher concentration is that. You see how that's foaming up like that? That's where the bitterness would be in the stuff, in that juice that's coming out with the foam. So you do that. That's one technique. Okay, and I'm gonna peel this here. Another way, same principle, just different strategy. And we'll peel this here. Here.
That's why I called them for the peel.
Thanks for calling them.
Welcome. And they're trying to eat the actual cucumber.
Well, what do you think they want?
The cucumber.
Yeah. Look, it's worms. Eat them things.
Eat them things.
Okay. So then another technique, and you can use a little salt too for a little grit. What are you doing? You take a fork and you run it down like this. All the way around. Inside, it kind of makes a little bit of a mess. It's probably actually getting my phone messy there as she's recording, but... And then you can rinse it out that way. And then finally, split it down long ways. Give yourself some salt in there. And rub it like that. And it might foam too.
Come on, Charlotte.
Eat a peel.
Okay, and you rub it like that. And it's not even foaming in the center, but there you go. Let me, okay, that's okay. Okay, and then, no, you cannot have any. And then, so, that's 3 techniques to try to get the bitterness out of a cucumber. And we'll just...
Can I have a taste?
That cucumber might not have been bitter, but if it was, it's not bitter now. So, if you come up with some bitter cucumbers, don't blame your garden, don't blame the guy you bought it from. It's just part of it. But those are 3 techniques you can use. When you do your fork thing, like that, it doesn't hurt to go ahead and rinse it off, but apparently there was not much bitterness in it.
Y'all come back now. Cheers.